Hey there, Reject Nation. Greg Albley here.
I'm John.
So this is probably going up significantly later than the time we're actually shooting this at. We uploaded a couple hours ago our Avengers 4 trailer reaction, which featured an opening sketch. It ended up being a lot longer than we thought. I wrote it, came up with it. I'm like, it's probably gonna be like 2 minutes. And then we put it together. I'm like, oh, there's like almost 5 whole minutes right here. Or to make moments hit and work. I was looking forward to seeing what the response, and I'm seeing the response, and it's pretty funny because when we started doing the sketches to play before reactions, it started off super short. One was like Justice League, which was like a 20-second bit, and then we did one for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Then it evolved into the Infinity War one, which became really like one of our more popular videos.
Well, yeah, they went from being bits into being actual sketches.
Yeah.
You know.
Then when the movie review for Infinity War was coming around, we were like, I was like, we should come up with a sketch. And then I came up with one that ended up being like 5 minutes long. And so now it's like Avengers related. People expect a sketch a lot of the time. They probably don't want it as long as this, especially when it's a reaction. But I feel like overall we've got like a 94. I did the math. It's like a 94% like on it. So yay, it's going well.
Thanks, guys.
And late to the party are people that we know, and we didn't reveal what the whole sketch was about. We're like, we just need you to do this one moment. Basically, there's gonna be a montage of like people disappearing. Need you to do this one shot for us, just so we can have it in the montage. We didn't tell them what the sketch was going on, what really happens in it, and they shot a reaction to it. So I was like, let's do a reaction, and we could talk more about them and the sketch and whatever afterwards.
Let's get meta. React-ception.
React-ception. Guys are good peeps. Amazing Schmodown competitors. Good people. Hung out with them quite a bit. Love these guys.
Vanessa.
Hello there, I'm Robert. And I'm Vanessa. And we're late to the party. And Greg and John from The Real Rejects decided that they wanted to do something special for their Avengers reaction.
Yeah, so they reached out to us, and we were like, yeah, we'll definitely be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to, they just texted us this morning regarding this skit that they did, saying that it's been uploaded. So I'm looking forward to seeing. I know there's a couple of other reactors in there, so I want to see who else has been part.
Yeah, because they had a lot of effort put forth to get this intro put together, and we were just a small cog in the giant machine that is the Reject Nation. So let's take a look at the fully assembled intro to the Real Rejects reaction to Avengers. Now.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, right.
There was an idea.
And they got John Bailey.
Put together a group of remarkable people to see if we would become
Wendy and Dustin.
more. So when they needed us, we could react
Love that
to
shot of his hair.
trailers that they never could.
This is when I like watching reactions when it's our stuff.
Yeah. It's the rare time that actually happens.
Movies are so different.
Maybe that's where the dislikes came from.
Pulling an all-nighter?
Damn straight we're pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the first ones to get our trailer reaction up.
Yeah,
We
we are.
almost were.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat your less successful brother, Jabby Cohen.
We're not even beat beyond the trailer.
No one beats Beyond the Trailer.
That's true. She's the best.
Grace.
She doesn't even acknowledge us, so why should we acknowledge her?
We will not acknowledge Grace.
She
We
did acknowledge us.
Yeah, she
You're jealous, and she does not
Senpai.
acknowledge us.
She was born February 5th, 1987, and has written several comic books, but like hell will we let people know how much we follow her!
Stay alert. Keep track of notifications. Leave that reaction up first.
I'm right there with you, buddy. There is no additional punchline coming.
None.
Zip. Cut to.
I love it. God, it's so quick.
They're so good. I love them.
So cornily delightful.
Oh, we fell asleep.
It's a good commentary. I like the 2 minutes that passed between you opening your eyes. If you're really looking.
Mel Gibson.
Hey, notice
Yes!
the Mel Gibson Easter eggs.
So much cooler and faster. That's how I felt this morning when I got his text.
I need to change my personality.
Call back to what?
So
John?
I was half worried if people would remember the first sketch.
Yeah, right.
Because it was a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be like, make sure you
It's
watch
our first
this channel.
it's our first
before.
sequel sketch ever. Yeah. So we had to go bigger. Yeah.
People gonna be lost.
Oh no, what's happening?
Tyrone, what's up, man? You gonna shoot that Avengers 4 trailer reaction?
Tyrone.
Why not?
It was the
Oh no!
the phone dropped.
Yeah, he noticed.
Jackie, the Avengers trailer just
Oh no! Oh no!
We got a funny comment about that Hakkasan bit. I'll tell you guys in a sec.
Hello?
Oh no. Akasan though, that was so perfect.
The happiest happy accident.
I don't feel so good. I don't know what's happening.
Oh man!
Oh, it was perfect.
It's not easy directing and acting simultaneously.
I'm sorry.
And being a bunch of the other crew positions too.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's like the same shot.
Doing the same hand gestures and everything.
This sketch would have been a lot funnier if Grace Randolph was in it.
Please, I hope you stayed. I hope you stayed.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, that's super
Oh
early.
my gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So good. John Gregg, awesome skit that you guys
John
had.
Greg.
The
John
words
Greg.
of Castor Troy, man.
Great job.
Fucking that was awesome. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So good. And it's funny because all Greg and John sent us was, can you just film yourself there quietly for a few seconds? I think we did it for like 10 minutes. But obviously, only to use a few seconds. At one point, I think I moved a little too much and had to reshoot it again. But to see everybody else in there and
Dustin.
I'm just thinking about how Navi and Falco are all alone if Wendy and Dustin got snapped into non-existence,
No.
a decimation they're calling it. But yeah, that was funny, that was great, and Reject Nation, you guys have definitely some awesome spearheads right there because these guys are leading the way, punching through everybody. I think they beat Grace Randolph as well to the
By like
trailer
5
reaction.
minutes.
Yeah.
Glorious
When they texted
minutes.
me, I looked it up, and yeah, there was nobody else there except for them at the time. So thank you, John and Greg, for including us, and thank you,
Yes,
Greg,
thank
for
you.
texting me so we would wake up and get our trailer out.
He wasn't awake yet.
We would have missed
Oh,
it.
man.
Woke up, fell back asleep because the trailer wasn't there.
Like before, we are late to the party.
Usually, we don't like to be too late to the party when it's this kind of a party. We like to bring the party to you. Tony Stark. But either way, guys, go watch the Rejects and their reaction
building our
to
Playboy.
Avengers 4's first trailer. If you haven't watched it yet, check out ours as well. Available
Yes,
on our
do
channel.
that, guys.
Thank you guys. You can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gingers, you know where they are, kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon, gets us where we need to go. Thank you, Real Rejects, for including us in that nice little group of Reactor family. Thank you so much, and as always.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
Thanks, you guys.
Party's over.
Bye.
Ha.
Good cut there.
Yeah. Great cut there.
Yeah, I've always liked Robert and Vanessa because when we first started doing like reactions on the Real Rejects, it wasn't really like a bunch of commentary after a reaction. I felt like we started off doing reviews, so it'd be nice to provide more commentary. And I feel like in the general medium, it was like that, where most people just kind of react and say subscribe. What's funny about the reaction community is that most people click off if you look at watch time after a reaction is done. Most people have already clicked off already.
Or even a little before.
Yeah, they tend to. That's just the way it goes. 99% of the time really like to give like feedback and opinions and do editing and whatever. Robert and Vanessa, I've always liked their commentary. They've always had good reactions, but their commentary is something I've always appreciated. And their commentary really shows that they know what they're talking about when you see them compete on the Schmodown.
They know they move. Yeah, especially when you see them compete on the Schmodown, you're like, wow, you've probably seen more movies than I could ever hope to.
It's very impressive stuff. We were doing all this work to get the reactors to do the moment of when they fade. It was really not a lot of work for them.
It's a pretty simple
but to explain it sounds like so complex that everyone got their footage to us so late that it got us like very anxious. Like, are we gonna be able to get this montage in here? Especially, it's not gonna work without the montage.
It's like the centerpiece of everything, and especially when we thought the trailer might be dropping last week, we were like, "Oh God, is this gonna get done?"
No way, this is gonna happen. Having the all they had to do was just we needed, we call it like a plate, so you just get a background where they're not in the shot, then you could pin up a green screen and then sit in the frame where you need to be at, but barely any movement, or if you don't have a green screen, you could just sit in front of the background. Pretty much everyone except for Wendy.
2 shots merged together with some effects.
Wendy was the only one who had a green screen, Wendy and Dustin, which really helped out because Kyle did the VFX. It was much easier for him to do that with a green screen. But they were the first ones to get their stuff to us, which was very much appreciated, because like he said here, like, they did a 10-minute take where we're like, we only just need a few seconds, guys. So literally take a minute of your time.
It's all good.
Like going over to my brother Jabby's, like we both went. Even they, do you need this? Do you need this? I'm like, it's gonna take like a minute. This isn't a long one. And I know why people take a long time to get back to us, because it seems like it's gonna be this like really long task when it's not.
Well, and then funny enough, like we got a bunch of footage in from Akasan, and that became like the nicest little happy accident, because that little sequence was good, but it needed some kind of contrast. And then we found that just random moment of him like turning around and like looking and stuff.
Because Kyle, or the guy who has that line in here, Fan Theory Channel, of, I'm gonna be in a Marvel movie, and he was on vacation, and Akasan got his footage to us last, and it was like, oh gosh, I really don't want to ask Kyle to do one more because this takes a long time to do.
How's Ireland, buddy? Can you hop on your computer again?
It's crashing on you. And then and Akasan sent us like 10 minutes of footage.
He sent us a lot of options.
Akasan has like a funny body language about him. Like he's got a funny way of moving. And then there was this like snippet of a moment that just seemed like, it'd be funny if he was the only one who survives.
There's a little contrast. Just not everyone disappears.
Because a lot of this was mistakes that we kind of worked with. Like I told Tyrone the wrong line because he was supposed to say the Doctor Strange line.
There was no other way.
I had him say it was the only way.
It was the only way.
You know, it'd be funny if there was just like a snippet of a moment or just a line
YouTube
here at the
comment.
bottom. YouTube commented that we got the line wrong.
Well, that's the magic of a lot of especially these little sketches, because they're always sort of like, okay, where can we wedge in some time to shoot this, and then add some time into the day to edit this. And so a lot of the magic comes out of those little happy accidents and stuff like that, or those challenges that you have to figure out creative solutions to. There were a lot of those on this, and funny enough, watching it back here made me just appreciate what is to be appreciated about reaction videos in general, because especially when it's your thing and you're watching people react to it, it's easy to want to actually like talk back and be like, oh yeah, this thing, all right, you know. I just enjoyed watching you guys watch our little
Thank you guys. We partly wanted to celebrate the fact of how so many people do reactions for these things, and because I know that people who watch us tend to watch other reactors as well.
Well, and even like the Avengers movies will put out compilations of people's reactions.
Exactly. For the first Infinity War trailer, before the trailer ever came out, there was a compilation of people reacting. So I thought like it would be funny to do our own spin on it. The decimating effect was a very popular thing that went on in the MCU. So it would be funny to do that with the reaction actors, and, and all of us have that anxiety moment of we got to get our reaction up, so it'd be fun to play on that. And yeah, I know it ended up longer than I would have liked it to have been, but I'm like, you know, it's the culmination movie. It's a sequel sketch to a sketch that people probably don't even really remember that well.
Yeah, it's got to go bigger. And plus, I don't know, how mad can you be when we got like a pretty, I think Kyle did a pretty good job on those decimation effects. I mean, those poof clouds look great.
They look great. We worked our ass off on it, and it was a lot of editing to put into it. I like the concept of like so cringe. So I'm like, it's part of the reason. That's part of the sketch. It's supposed to be cringy.
It's supposed to be a little cringy.
It's supposed to be a little corny. It's supposed to be a little cheesy. That's the whole
silly,
point.
A little tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
you know, we're taking this way too seriously.
Like the opening scene is not supposed to be like this like super serious moment. So I'm like,
that's a dramatic short.
Yeah, we're not going for like great acting here. It's just
we're going for good enough to be serious enough to create comedy.
We're going for cheese.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I had a great time, and thank you guys for watching this late to the party, you guys, and thank you to all who liked and watched our video as well. You guys can subscribe to Late to the Party. Go check them out as soon as you can. And before we wrap this video up, I want to give a patron of the day shout out to a man named Tyler Haig. Tyler Haig, we did Google Hangout with you not long ago, buddy. Our friend from Wisconsin. A little special treatment we gave for him was because he gave us a PS4 Pro. And, you know, it was my birthday, and he just sent us one out of nowhere. And it was very, very delightful. It's the only reason I can play Red Dead Redemption 2 now, because it came with Red Dead Redemption 2. It was a bundle pack. Thank you, Tyler, for that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show him this sketch. I wanted it to be a surprise for everyone. You know, they were gonna tell people we're doing a sketch. I knew that the sketch was long, so that's why I would sometimes give heads up that we're doing a sketch when we talked about it. That way, people weren't so thrown for a loop, even though plenty of people have been. But Tyler, we got to see his reaction. It's just
live reaction.
So nice seeing his reaction because he has such a delightful smile.
It's really comforting, warm vibe. You know, a very pleasant disposition, a nice face.
So Tyler, I love you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you. Jolly old friend of ours, man. Love the hell out of you. You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation, click that notification bell, and check us out on Patreon. We got TV show reaction, watch-alongs, Q&As. He does music video coverage. We'd love to have you become a Patron today.